Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please take your seats. Our program is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 11th Annual Friendship Public Charter Schools Teacher of the Year Awards Gala, celebrating our 21st anniversary of bringing world-class excellence in education to the children of the District of Columbia. Now please welcome to the stage our Gala Chair, the President of Operations and Business Relations for Busy Bee Environmental Services, Mr. Desi Bernard.
Good evening. It is an honor for me to once again chair this glorious celebration. There's no more important mission than the education of our young people, and no greater success story than that of Friendship Public Charter School. I would like to take a moment and recognize the generosity of our sponsors whose names appear on the screen. I really want to thank you for making this evening possible and for your ongoing support. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our MC, who is a longtime friend of Friendship Public Charter School. During Roland S. Martin's stellar career that has seen him interview everyone from multiple US presidents to top athletes and entertainers in Hollywood, he is a journalist that has always known and maintained a clear sense of his calling in this world. He is the host and managing editor of Roland Martin Unfiltered, right? The first daily online show in history focused on news and analysis of politics, entertainment, sports, and culture from an explicitly African-American perspective. Since 2008, Mr. Martin has been a senior analyst for the Tom Joyner Morning Show, where his daily segment is heard on more than 100 stations and 8 million people daily. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Roland S. Martin.
That's it. All right, Desi, come back. Y'all, first of all, come back. Y'all, he was all nervous and everything. He's like, look, I don't like public speaking. So he came up here. How y'all doing? Welcome to another year of this damn gala. And I told him, I said, what did I tell you how you should start off?
Make a joke.
What?
Make a joke.
I'm like, just say anything. I said, glad to see all these teachers dressed up tonight. Normally y'all wearing tennis shoes and jeans. I said, say something. I said, talk about yourself. Say I wear the same black tuxedo every year. I just changed my shirt and bow tie.
I did.
So,
I did change
right.
the bow tie.
You changed the bow tie?
I changed the bow tie.
Right. Well, why you ain't say something? You came up, I was like, how y'all doing?
I didn't want to forget. Did I sound like that?
You didn't want to forget. Yes, you sounded like a robot. So next year, I need you to loosen up.
Okay.
Come up here in a hoodie or something.
All right.
All right, give a round of applause, please.
Thank you.
He's like, look, I am not my sister, Michelle Bernard, she on TV, I do not talk. He said, all I do is raise money. I said, somebody got to raise money, so y'all can clap for that. All right. It is glad to be here. This is absolutely one of my favorite events every single year, the 6th year, I think the 6th or the 7th, that I've been MC of this event. It is good. First of all, turn lights up, please. Y'all turn it all down. Y'all should look at each other. Y'all look good. Turn the lights, there you go. Look at each other, look good. I know some of these outfits going back to the store on Monday. So y'all get a good look because you're not going to see that outfit again. And do me a favor, if y'all see a tag hanging out, just tuck it back in. Just let y'all know. So this is one of my favorite events to go to. And also, because as he said, we launched, of course, Roland Martin Unfiltered September. We also live streamed this event last year. And so people all across the country, actually the world, also we're seeing it again. So Friendship teachers are live streaming, but also live streaming it to my YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope channels because we, in this nation, we love to celebrate entertainers and we celebrate actors. Folks were all hyped about Black Panther and the Academy Awards, and Regina King, she won, and so Spike Lee finally got one, and all that sort of stuff. But the reality in this country, we talk a real good game about education, but we do need to celebrate our educators in the same way. So to be able to come here for the 11th annual event, get dressed up, folks look good, and to have the type of event is also great. So it's awesome for the folks who really plan this out. To the person running the teleprompter, you know I'm not reading nothing they wrote. So you might as well just take a rest because they're sitting here moving this thing. I'm not even looking at it. So you can go ahead and just take a break, go take a smoke, come back. It'll be all good. But it's good to see everybody here. Pat, she got her gold dress on. She know I'm an alpha. Smart move, Pat. Donald is really upset. He's a Kappa. He's like, what, no cream, no crimson? Pat, what's the deal? I made you my successor. How you wearing alpha colors? It's okay, Pat. Donald's been having a rough year. News broke that somebody in his fraternity embezzled $1 million and they can't find none of the money. So, oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Too soon? Too soon? Too soon? $20 come up missing alpha, gonna check somebody. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. All the Kappas in the room mad because they broke. All right, so I told Donald I was gonna say something, so. But it is good again to see everybody else. And let me also say this, and I do this here. I talk up friendship all over the country. I have been traveling this country with our school choice, the Black Choice Initiative. Everywhere I go, I talk about the great work that you're doing here in D.C. And I have been saying to folks, you have KIP, you have YES, you have all these other networks, and I absolutely believe that America needs to see what you're doing in a very great way, and there should be 100 or 200 friendship public charter schools across this nation, because what you are doing is doing it the right way. And so I want to see a friendship public charter school in every state in the union. And so y'all think I'm joking. So we're going to 5 cities next, and so I'll be talking up friendship there as well. And so I want to make Pat's job real hard because, again, this is about educating our children, because in 24 years, America is going to be a nation that has majority people of color. And we have a choice that if we go the current route, look at reading and math rates, that we have the possibility of being like South Africa, where when Nelson Mandela was elected, they still had the issue of Black South Africans not being educated. This is the civil rights issue of the 21st century, and so that's why this is critically important. And that's why right now, let's bring up the man who made all of this possible. He rules with fear like Darth Vader. If he was in Black Panther, he would not be Chadwick Boseman. He likely would be Michael B. Jordan. Some of y'all right now are scared to death that he's going to dock your pay even in this room. So please put your hands together for the founder, the visionary, and the man who we all run from when you see him in the hallways. Put your hands together for Donald Hintz. Do better than that. Y'all can do better than that. Donald just said, turn the lights up so I can see who's not standing up.
Let's all give Roland another hand. I'm not sure why, but the association, Roland and Friendship, I think has been a really good one. I certainly enjoy having him with us. He is busy working for Friendship as much as we are busy working for Friendship. And I thank you for everything you say out there on the air. I got a bunch of emails earlier this week from people, Morehouse, saying Roland is calling out Friendship on Tom Joyner's show. So if I start getting emails like that, I'm just fine with that, Roland. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. How are you? I am so pleased to be here this evening with you. You can't imagine how I feel. I'm excited that we are here honoring our teachers, the very best that we have. This now is the 12th year or 11th year? 11th year that we've been doing this. One of our trustees who retired a couple of years ago from the board, Ed Walter, suggested that, that we really needed to honor a teacher. His mother was a teacher. And he said he thought we ought to do more. And this is where it came from. And look at what it has grown into. This is a major event in Washington, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. One of the things that I've noticed, Roland wanted to talk about colors and whatnot, but can you turn the lights up? Who's in charge of these lights? I have no idea. Okay, thank you. Now, can all of the ladies that wore red dresses please stand up? Because there are a lot of you. So, all of you who decided to wear my favorite color, I want you to know how much I appreciate it. Thank you. Earlier, the opening remarks came from Desi Bernard. So many of you see Desi. Most of you know his emissary, Lee, when Lee comes to work. But Desi comes from a longtime Washington family. I worked with his mother. I hate to date myself, but right now it's almost impossible not to. But I worked with his mother some 46 years ago at Howard University. So, yep. I was only 10. But I worked with his mom then. Thank you, Desi, for your contributions to Friendship Public Charter School, your support over the years, and I want you to know how happy I am that you are back again supporting our teachers. I appreciate it very much. Can the members of the Gala committee, we have some very, very significant, you saw the names of the entities that came up in the beginning, the co-chairs, co-sponsors of this event, and can I ask you to please stand? Please stand. Okay. Okay. That works. Thank you. We are honored that you participated in this event and that you have chosen to support teaching here in the District of Columbia. Thank you. Every year, this event goes on with a lot of background work. I guarantee you, having been a development officer at one time in my life, that I absolutely know that events don't just happen. And so I'd like to get our communications and events staff to stand up. All right. Candace, where are you, baby? Candace Burns. Waynisha Ballard, where are you, Waynisha? Zoe Holloway. Annette Ocean, where are you, Annette? You, baby. Simone Green. Okay, I asked that the names be put on the paper because if I get up before the audience, you know I get excited and I forget everything. So if anybody was left out, blame it on Candace. Let's talk about the success of friendship. We believe that it takes a village to become one of the district's largest and highest performing charter school networks. It is because of the talent, compassion, and extraordinary dedication of our teachers that friendship students are becoming citizens of the world. With all of the teachers who have been honored by their campuses and by this event as Teachers of the Year, would you please stand? Thank you. So I know how to create a ruckus. Can all of the teachers stand? Come on, I need all of the teachers to stand. We're not recognizing that alpha. So you may as well sit down, okay? Just sit down. I don't have a clue what's going on here. We invest a lot. All right, stop. Stop. We invest a lot in trying to provide the very best leadership for our schools that we can. And so at this time, I'd like you to come and line up straight across here. Is it possible that you all could follow directions? Here's someone who's changed her name, Miss Cabria Cowan, Friendship Armstrong Principal. Cabria. Is she having a problem finding her way to the front?
We were backstage.
Come on, baby. Gregory Spears Blow Pierce. Oh, you Maurice Harbor Chamberlain. Peggy Jones Collegiate. One of my reluctant moments, Joseph Spate, Friendship Ideal. Where is he? Of course, he had to take the longest route. David Lowry, Friendship Southeast. Our prodigal son from Baltimore, John Snowdy. My favorite science teacher, Kunyi Booth. From Friendship Woodridge, Felicia Owo. We don't know what Owo is going to do next, so come on up on the stage, John. Okay, everybody, can we give them a hand? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm loving it. Two members of our Board of Trustees, aside from Pat and I, are here this evening. Dr. Gregory Prince, Vice Chair of the Board. Anise Walker, Parent Representative of the Board. Okay. Mendez, she's here. Where, baby? Jeanette Mendez. Stop sneaking up on me. Welcome. The board is the governing body of Friendship, and I assure you that each member is important, and particularly the parents who are involved. We get a perspective of what we are attempting to do, because the people have children who are in attendance at our school. So they know the parent dish. And I think that's very, very valuable in trying to make decisions about our children. Thank you, members of the board. Much of Friendship's success is due to our leadership team, and here's where I make the biggest mistakes. Because they didn't give me a piece of paper. Okay. It's due to the leadership team. All right. So let me stop this by doing what I usually do and stopping it there. Our Chief Operating Officer, Ms. Patricia Brantley. Stand up, baby. Simone, can you move out the way? Brantley, Ms. Patricia Brantley. Okay. Each year we depend on a fairly stable group of educators to be judges of the Teacher of the Year award. This year, it's Alicia Adams. Alicia, are you here? I can't. Alicia was one of the first teachers at Collegiate Academy when it opened in 2000. Dr. Ramona Edelin, for those of you who don't know, you should know her. She is the former Chief Executive Officer of the Urban Coalition. You really ought to know her. She is the Executive Director of the DC Association of Public Charter Schools. The former head of Paul Public Charter School, Barbara Knopflin. A person who abandoned our city for Detroit, Kwame Simmons. Kwame, stand up, please. So we all know that it takes a village, and you've met most of the village. Thank you, and I appreciate everything that you do, everything that you are, and I hope you enjoy the evening. Thank you. Okay, I'm supposed to say, Pat, come to the stage.
Roland, I may not have on my red tonight, but I am carrying a bit of crimson with me, just so you know. It remains in my heart. Good evening to everyone. It is my pleasure to greet you once again for our 11th annual Teacher of the Year event. Because of the excellence of Friendship's educators, we are grooming future scientists, engineers, and inventors. We're inspiring the next generation of authors, playwrights, and artists. We are nurturing the talents of upcoming doctors, lawyers, and researchers. We are developing heads of industry and academia, and yes, future US presidents, and forever First Ladies. Our annual gala is an opportunity for us to cheer Friendship's outstanding teachers for what they do day in and day out throughout our campuses and for the seeds of success that they plant for our scholars. Tonight is also a chance for us to celebrate Friendship and our own outstanding report card. This year, we are extremely proud of the number of Friendship schools that have achieved Tier 1. Because of you, our excellent educators, Woodridge Eagles not only soar high, they are leading the way as our city's top public charter elementary and the #1 charter middle school. Because of you, our educators at Tech Prep, our students and staff tripled performance on college-level courses, on the SAT and the PSAT. At Chamberlain, we continue to have high growth across all grades and one of the strongest middle school programs in the city. At Blow Pierce, where am I nice? Our achievements are among the highest in all of DC. We are the highest ranking charter school serving the most at-risk students. At Southeast and at Armstrong, we are doubling the numbers. We are doubling the numbers of students performing at grade level in reading and math. And at Collegiate, our college readiness results soar with dual enrollment, advanced placement, and college acceptance rates that more than exceed the city averages. They are doubling national averages. At Friendship Online, kindergarten to 8th grade demand is so strong that this year we expanded to open the city's first and only virtual high school. And we are just getting started. This year, we added a new school to the Friendship family, Friendship Ideal Academy. For the past 20 years, Ideal Academy Public Charter School and Friendship have served the students of the District of Columbia. Now, we have come together to ensure that even more scholars receive exceptional teaching and learning and everything that we celebrate tonight. I was at Ideal just last week. I was in a classroom, kindergarten, I believe, pre-K4, with a teacher and her assistant that was so engaging, I felt part of the lesson. On the wall, she had a saying, you probably know it, from Rita Pearson. It was, I am somebody. I was somebody when I came. I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I deserve the education that I get here. Our children are somebody. We hope that we can pour into them and make them better, but they deserve the education that they get right here. An education that seeks to ensure that not only do they reach the highest academic standards, but that they are able to develop their own unique talents and interests. The artist Pablo Picasso said, "Every child is an artist. The problem is staying an artist when you grow up." Friendship wants to light the flame of creativity in our students so it keeps glowing well into adulthood. That is why, beginning this fall for 1920, we are seeking to join with the award-winning arts educators of City Arts and Prep Public Charter School. If approved by the Public Charter School Board at their upcoming meeting, we will ensure that we continue a strong elementary and middle performing arts program in the District of Columbia. Thank you. This exciting new development will combine Friendship's award-winning arts program with the very best in arts from City Arts and Prep. By expanding our investment in the arts, we will develop scholars who are creative, disciplined, collaborative, and visionary. We will have offerings across our schools in painting, drawing, choir, dance, strings, and poetry, and so much more that will help our children discover what makes them unique and gives them their voice. I am so very proud of what Friendship Public Charter School has accomplished because of you and your hard work. We continue to reach milestones because we reach our young people academically, socially, and emotionally. Friendship educators believe in the ability of our students even when others do not. They know all children are capable of learning and want to succeed regardless of the challenges of their neighborhoods, their socioeconomic status, or their naysayers. I had the privilege of spending the last 2 weeks visiting classrooms across our campuses, talking to students, and seeing a few of our phenomenal teachers. I can't adequately describe to you just how amazing and awesome these visits were. When I go into a classroom, I always wonder, are we doing enough? Have we provided our teachers and students with the right resources and support? I take note of many things, but judging teachers is not one of them. But rather whether we, Friendship, have done all we can to make the job of teaching successful. In taking note at one of our campuses, I witnessed a moment in a classroom that I want to share with you. A young man, not quite a young man, not quite a man yet, had gotten a low grade on an assignment. He was in the back of the room, and he became teary-eyed. And the teacher, she's working the classroom, she's going to her different groups, she's handing out things and giving out instructions. And while the other students were starting to do their work, she made her way quietly to this young man. She asked him what was wrong and if he wanted to go get a drink. He stood to do so, and she reached out and she put her hands on his shoulders. I couldn't make out everything she said, but what I could hear sounded like, I am proud of you because you work so hard and you can get this problem. Just keep working. Now, why am I sharing this? Because the foundation of friendship is love. When that teacher put her hands on that young man's shoulder, I knew that she taught him, she prepared him, she planned for him, and probably spent late nights doing schoolwork because of the love and regard she has for our students. Now, why would I share this tonight of all nights? Because you're going to hear a lot about our finest teachers, our Teacher of the Year nominees. You're going to hear that they are skilled. You're going to hear how they go the extra mile. You're going to hear how they connect with their colleagues and parents. What I want you to take away is that theirs is a labor of love. You cannot train love. You can offer all the professional development. We can assess skills. We can require degrees. But without love, we will not be able to make the connections necessary. We will not be able to move the hearts of our students so we can move their minds. So I want to thank all of the educators in this room, all the teachers of friendship who every day bring their skill, their knowledge, their planning, their time, and yes, their love to our students. I say thank you to Sharika Heath and our teachers of Friendship Armstrong. Thank you to Janjaya Wright and our teachers of Friendship Blow Pierce. Thank you, Fatima McCoy and our Teachers of Friendship Chamberlain. Thank you, Eric Blood and our Teachers of Friendship Collegiate. Thank you, Brandon Buffin and our Teachers of Friendship Southeast. Thank you, Clara Epps and our Teachers of Friendship Tech Prep. Thank you, Shantae Johnson and our Teachers of Friendship Woodridge. Thanks to you, friendship educators, our scholars know who they are and what they are capable of. We are educating history makers who will become the role models of the future because dreams thrive at Friendship. I congratulate all of our teachers and finalists. You give your heart and soul and love to our students, and there is no higher purpose. Thank you.
Y'all done? A lot of pent-up teacher emotion in here. For all the folks who watch the live stream, this happens every single year. You got these different gangs. Start with their own little shout-outs, so don't worry about it. There's people at home going, oh my God, I am not sending my kid to any one of those schools. Happens every year. And next year, Pat, trust me, there will be yellow roses on the table, trust me. I'm from Texas, so that's our state flower. All right, folks. Now, let's learn about the first four of our 7 W. Edward Walter Excellence in Teaching Award finalists. To introduce our first finalist video, please welcome to the stage the principal of Friendship Armstrong, Cabria Cowan. You ready? All right.
Good evening, Friendship family. That's right, Armstrong. I am the very proud principal of Friendship Armstrong Elementary, and I'm excited to introduce a phenomenal educator, Miss Sharika Heath. As a young girl, school became Miss Heath's refuge from her traumatic childhood at home. Her teachers instilled in her that the belief she could do or be anything she wanted to. That's why Miss Heath is committed to helping her students know the value, promise, and inspiration of an education and becoming lifelong learners. Please join me in welcoming and honoring Friendship Armstrong's Teacher of the Year, Miss Sharika Heath.
Go ahead and brainstorm now. Take 10 seconds, brainstorm. Everybody learns differently, and it's okay to learn differently, whether it's through songs or chants or hand claps, dancing. But it's important that they know that learning can happen in many different ways. Some people have lines to write on, and then some people may possibly just have pictures to draw. It is okay.
She created individual learning paths for each student. No matter where they come in, they always achieve and exceed what the expectations are for her grade level.
She is a great teacher because in our small groups, she gives us challenge when she thinks we're ready for some challenges. She gives us challenging activities.
It's important for my kids to critically think in first grade because as they get older, going into the higher upper grade levels, they're going to be met with so many different problems and they're going to need to have those skills to be ready.
You hear a lot of rich discourse in a first grade classroom that might not be typical, but the students really do express themselves well, their wants, their needs, and they really take charge of their education. And Ms. Heath makes sure that they are on the path to greatness every day she steps in the classroom.
Ms. Heath has really been a blessing. She has taught my son to take a break, So when things become a little too challenging for him or a little overwhelming, he's now learned to say or articulate, hey, I need a break. We are a team.
With the parent-teacher relationship very strong, the student knows that my parent loves me and is ready to help me achieve the best I can.
When they're partners in the work, ultimately it just leads to greater student success.
My goal is to have them love learning, and eventually with the love that they have for learning is to empower somebody else to fall in love with learning.
All right. To introduce our next finalist, please welcome to the stage the principal of Friendship Blow Pierce Campus, Gregory Spears. How you doing? All right.
Good evening, Friendship. My name is Gregory Spears, and while my title is principal, I'm proud to stand here representing our Blow Pierce family. As a young girl, Jendaya Wright attended many schools, not because her family moved a lot, but because her behavior and learning style would not fit into a rigid mold. When she became a teacher, she was determined to value her students as individuals, motivate them to believe in themselves, and be the teacher she needed when she was a student. Please join me in introducing one of the most preeminent early childhood teachers you will find anywhere, Miss Wright.
To describe the word Wednesday. Yes, Riley? Wonderful. Wonderful. I feel like it's home. I started with Friendship as a student. I graduated from collegiate, and then I came back after graduating college, and I was afforded opportunities to work here, given a position to teach. Because of that, I am where I am.
Anytime you go into a room, there's this buzz of activity, you know, whether it's students interacting with their environment, having conversations with one another. She really encouraged them to communicate with each other by asking them questions, to get them thinking about critical thinking and to be creative. And doing all that, she helps them find their voice, to really find out who they are and express themselves.
When we've been working on a skill and they don't get it quite yet, and then we continue to work and persevere and push through it, and then they get it, they're so excited. And in my class this year, the atmosphere is, we congratulate them when they get it. So everybody is so excited.
Good job. Way to go, Travis.
I like this ride because she's fun. We learn to read and write our name.
When I go into the classroom, my goal is to reach all of my students, but I know that if I just reach one or two, then I have the power to change their lives, and then from changing their lives, their whole family can change.
When you think about how much time your child spends at school and being able to put your child in the hands of someone that is so loving and caring, it gives me peace of mind while I'm at work, while also making me feel comfortable with her being a part of Carson's community and raising her.
Because they belong to me. For the however many months I have them, they belong to me. They are my students, and so they are my children, and I treat them like my children. And so I am their voice until their voice is loud enough.
Hey, Black Child, do you know who you are, who you really are? Do you know who you can be, what you want to be?
If you try to learn what you can learn. Hey, Black Child.
Good job. Give him a hug.
All right. To introduce our next finalist video, please welcome to the stage the principal of Friendship Chamberlain Campus, Maurice Harbor.
What's up, Chamberlain? I did want to take a moment to personally congratulate all the nominees. It's a job well done. Also, to all of us sitting in the room, understand why we are here. We are here because we are serving students, we're serving children. So let's remember that as we represent our nominees and in the work that we do. So with that being said, it is with my pleasure to introduce Friendship Chamberlain's Teacher of the Year, Fatima Coy. Fatima Koi's belief that students need an educator that strives to understand their individual needs led her to research how boys and girls learn differently. This has enabled her to provide the academic, social, emotional, and differentiation, they deserve to be successful in their education. So let's check out the video.
What does it mean to collaborate? It means to work together.
My favorite part about teaching is being able to watch my students grow. Being able to teach them how to show who they are through different outlets, whether it be dance, whether it be through music, whether it be through reading, whether it be through writing. It's important for them to be able to know they have a voice, know that they can show it, and then be able to teach them how their voice really matters, and that's one of the most important things that you have, and how to use it positively.
She helps you get your mind focused. She makes me happy and proud of myself.
Ms. Koi has been with us for quite some time. She started out as a paraprofessional and then she transitioned into a teacher. When you have a staff member that knows the culture, that knows the students, that knows the parents, it's an advantage that's conducive for everyone.
Ms. Koi meant everything as a teacher, everything that you will want from a teacher.
One of my students, Stefan, was having a little bit of trouble as he got a little bit older. 6th grade, he would come down and he would spend lunch with me.
She would mentor him with the other students, allow him to read to the kindergartners to help him to focus for the rest of the day. And that really helped him. She was also Layla's kindergarten teacher.
Ms. Koi is beautiful, helpful, and caring. She's very wonderful.
And I think in kindergarten they really start learning how to empathize with each other. Sometimes even problem solve, how to argue with each other positively.
The earlier we're able to instill that mindset, the better, especially when you think about the work that she's done with African American boys.
Right now I feel like they don't really get to see themselves in the best light. To talk about different ways that you can show your voice, to start advocating for yourself. There's 21 individuals that are looking to me to be a better person today.
All right. Let me ask y'all a question. Am I the only one when Maurice said, now look at here. Now remember we here. It's about the kids. Am I the only one who was thinking what he was really saying is, y'all need to calm the hell down. Because these kids are watching and y'all looking crazy, making all this noise. Am I the only one who was thinking he was like admonishing y'all for like, I know what you were doing, Maurice. You were being a principal right up here. I know, I got you. It's all good, it's all good. All right, y'all, let's now welcome to the stage, please, the principal, Friendship Collegiate Academy, Peggy Jones. Peggy.
Good evening. My name is Peggy Jones, and I'm the proud principal of the Friendship Collegiate Academy campus. Collegiate! You go nice! I have the honor of presenting our candidate of the year, Mr. Eric Blood. Eric Blood knows that for students to gain success in college, they need to build confidence in their ability to engage in college-level discussions while in high school. He infuses his classes with opportunities to challenge themselves while proving they're more than capable of rising to the occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eric Blood.
Why, given that everyone agreed that machines were corrupt, did urban voters still support them? History is something that a lot of people can find to be just boring facts and dates from the past. But the reality is, if you can understand what happened in the past, you can understand how we should make decisions to make the future better. We're starting to get into a little bit of, well, why did people support these things? So let's keep going into why. They need to understand what a college level class is going to be like, both in the rigor and in the structure. That way they can step into one of those classes and have the comfort level necessary. They can hit the ground running in college, their chances of success are that much higher.
They're like seminars, but they go way deeper into what we learn because he makes us have debates about it and be able to make us critically think about what we're learning instead of just regurgitating what's out of the book.
Somebody back that up. Somebody prove that.
The machines were hardly perfect, but immigrants could rely on them for jobs.
His seminar that I took in 11th grade, it prepared me for the summer after 11th grade when I went to Barnard, because one of my women's study courses was like a class discussion. So I was like, okay, I kind of know how to do this.
He has taught our young people how to be able to defend, support, analyze situations. He has taught our young people all the skills they need in order to be college and career ready and to move into the world and be productive citizens.
When they come to me and tell me that they were looking at something that I never assigned them, when they tell me they watched the news last night and want to talk about a story, or they were watching the president's speech and they had some thoughts about it and wanted to just sit down and talk, that's when you know you've made some kind of major breakthrough.
He transforms you academically and socially, period. Nothing else to say.
I think part of what we do here is not just teach academics, but we teach our core values. And our core values are going to be things that can translate to every segment of society and life. To be a caring person, be a responsible person, have some decent ethics. And I think you can teach that as while you're teaching content and skills as well.
He is the best teacher ever.
All right. Eric a little intense. What machine is it? Like, man, you better know the answer before he yell at us again. All right, y'all, it's time for us to have dinner now. Here's the deal. No need to pray because y'all have been eating, y'all heathens, so we can just skip the prayer. So here's the deal. The wait staff needs to be able to get to the tables, to be able to provide you your food. And so I know people want to get up and talk and take photos and stuff. All this open space up here on each side, all the sides, if you could actually move there to take photos to allow them to be able to come in and serve everybody on time, because Donald is not trying to pay overtime to nobody. And so he's made it clear we're going to get in, we're going to get out. And so please allow that to happen. And so to the live stream, we're also going to come back, folks, in a bit. And so to introduce our other finalists and then announce the 2019 Teacher of the Year. See y'all in a bit.